Previously on the Steve Saga. Whoa, I think I see the village from here. Looks like it's an actual village. I can see it. We're here. I'm pretty excited to finally talk to, well, Steve's. Green Steve, what have you done? Wait, what? What's happening? Wait, are you mad that I'm here or something? Red Steve, why don't you have any powers? Or at least why aren't you using them? Tell me, please. What are you talking about? Steve's didn't have powers for generations. What are you talking about? What do you mean for generations? Wait, no, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait. No. The Overseer?
Sabre?
Overseer? What are you doing here? Why? Are you the leader?
Never mind that, Sabre. What are you doing here? How are you here?
So much is happening. I don't know where to start. I can't believe that I found you again. I've been gone for so long at this point. I was worried that I would never see anyone familiar again.
Telling me, Sabre,
Overseer, what's happening? Why are the Steves looking different? Why don't they have powers? And why are you their leader? What's happened since I've been gone?
Sabre, calm down.
How can I calm down? I went through a spirit world. I left Galaxy Steve behind inside of a bubble outside of the timeline, and now I'm here, and these Steves look infected, and now you're the leader of some infected Steves. They don't have powers, and
Sabre, calm down. Calm down, friend. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. I'm a little curious myself as to how you got here, but I guess I should do my best to explain everything.
Please do. Why don't the Steves have powers, and why do they look so different? How are you the leader of them?
Sabre, we'll get to that in a second, but Sabre, you've been gone for so long.
What do you mean I've been gone for so long? These Steves are still here. It's cool that you found Steves, but why are they so different? Why do they look so substantially different, and why don't they have powers?
Sabre, I went looking for you. We all went looking for you.
What?
But we stopped looking generations ago.
What are you talking about?
Sabre, it's been so long. Generations. It's been so long that I can't even remember.
No! What are you talking about, Overseer? You can't be telling me right now that generations have passed since I've been gone. I've only been gone days.
No, Sabre. More than days. It's been so long that I can't remember.
Overseer, no, I can't have been gone for generations.
When you left, Sabre, I didn't know what to do. I looked for you in Galaxy Steve, and I couldn't find you. And so I begin to look around. But Sabre, I began to find things.
What?
Began to find Steves.
Hey.
Steves, all of a sudden, began reappearing, populating the world around us, but something was wrong, Sabre. Something was different about them. They started slowly to change. At first, it was barely noticeable. A red Steve with just, maybe a few blue patches here and there, and you'd hardly even notice it. You wouldn't even bat an eye, but it began to get worse. Steves almost look like they were sick. Colors all over them. Green Steves were no longer green Steves. There were green Steves mixed with blue Steves, and something even worse began to happen, Sabre. They began to lose their powers.
What?
After time, Steves no longer were able to do anything. They lost all powers. Everything that Steves were able to do, Sabre. They lost all their powers. I can only assume it was Origin Steve.
I refuse to accept that this is what it's actually come to. No way that much time has passed. I know that I was separated from the timeline. I was put inside of a bubble, and I thought that as soon as I got out, barely any time had even passed. Generations had passed while I was in there. Generations had been lost while I was in there. I missed all of it. That's why he started growing the Steves again. He thought that I was done for. Galaxy Steve is stuck in that bubble, and now all these Steves are powerless. What's with this giant statue?
Sabre, as you can see, it's a symbol of the Steves now.
Looks like he's holding a sword and a shield.
Without powers, the Steves were defenseless. They were weak. They didn't know what to do. I took in your place, Sabre. With you gone, I had to do something. I took all the Steves that I could find, and I've been slowly creating a village, civilization with the Steves around us,
You've
teaching them how to farm and fight for themselves.
been
This is the new Steves.
you've been bringing Steves together while I was gone for all those generations?
Yeah, it was the least I could do, Saber.
And
With
so-
you being gone, as well as Galaxy Steve, the Steves needed someone. They needed someone to look up to. And it couldn't be Origin Steve.
So, this statue, it's a symbol of how the Steves live now.
Exactly. Using just bare bones tools of what they can. Just swords and shields.
Wait, generations have passed. How are you still alive?
That's a good question, Saber, but
You don't even know yourself?
no, I don't know. I feel as if feel like I'm cursed. Feel like I'm burdened to stay here. And I don't know why, Saber, but
All I
I
know
feel like I need to do this.
All I know is that I'm happy that you're here. It's good to see a familiar face.
You too, Saber. I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad that you're here.
Well, it's a long story. I can't believe it. Can't believe that I missed out on generations of Steves and now they're all helpless. They're in the image of exactly what Origin Steve wanted.
Right, Saber, but that's okay. You're back. Honestly, Saber, we don't have a fighting chance anymore.
What are you saying?
Origin Steve, he's grown powerful, Saber. More powerful than you and I would possibly ever imagine.
Well, I think I know why. He told me before, everything happened. His power comes from Steve's. He told me that his powers grow as, the Steve civilizations grow. He must have
You're right.
been trying to grow them, but make it so that they're powerless, so that he gets their energy and they don't have a fighting chance.
Exactly what he's been doing, Saber. He's been, I don't even know what to call it, but mixing the Steves isn't right, but they're
They've
almost
been
one and the
mutated.
same. Exactly.
So it's not an infection or a disease. This is truly who they are now.
It is. And they're completely powerless. When the powers of two Steve collide, for example, like a red Steve and a blue Steve, all of their powers, they cancel each other out, making them obsolete.
That's why that red Steve and green Steve had different colors on them? Powers
Exactly,
are being
Saber.
canceled out. But that doesn't make sense. Rainbow Steve is made up of a bunch of different Elder Steves, not regular Steves. I guess if it's a regular Steve, then the powers haven't gotten strong enough to be able to be used properly, huh?
And besides that, Rainbow Steves has colors from all of the Steves, and they're always working together. If you
That's
only
true.
have two colors constantly fighting each other, no power will come of that.
I guess I understand. Wait, this village, they said that they don't like outsiders. What? Why didn't they like me? You're not even a Steve.
Sorry, Saber, I kind of put that rule in place. There's a couple of rules that, I asked the Steves to live by to help keep them safe and help protect them, and
One of them is to not let outsiders in. What if I had been turned away? I wouldn't have been able to see you if I didn't book it over to you.
I didn't think you were here anymore, and, outsiders, they're not as friendly as you, Saber. And as many generations pass, we've faced a lot of challenges, and some of them more difficult than others.
Well, I guess I understand that. But you're not a Steve either. Why would they trust you?
Well, I may not be a Steve, but I am one of the most natural things in this world, aren't I? I'm a sheep. Bah!
Oh, well, I guess you have a point there. Well, thanks for catching me up to speed. The whole world that I knew before is gone. It's all over. That world that I knew that I worked so hard to try and keep safe is long past and there's no way to get back to it.
Fortunately not, Saber. The world you knew it's gone forever.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. All the Steves. No! Wait! That means Purple Steve. The Purple Steve that I knew from back then. That helped me so much. I met him in the spirit world and he said that I didn't realize. He said that I would find out. He was in the spirit world because so much time had already passed. His adventure had come to an end. His journey came to an end because I missed it. I missed all of it.
We looked for so long, Saber.
I can't believe it. And Galaxy Steve is still out there. Galaxy Steve is stuck inside of a bubble, separated from the timeline. Galaxy Steve and we tried to stop Origin Steve, Overseer. We tried to stop him and, it didn't work. I knew that I couldn't fight him, so I tried to keep him in a catch-22 with the knowledge that I had learned of something, but it was pointless. He put us in a bubble outside of the timeline. Both Galaxy Steve and I were trapped there. I was able to get out because Galaxy Steve opened up a portal to the spirit world. It was a world where all the Steves go when their journey comes to an end. There I met Rainbow Steve and multiple other Steves that I've, that have been connected in a way. Some knew Rainbow Steve, some, one I knew. and they opened a world back to the regular world for me. But Galaxy Steve is still stuck inside of that bubble outside of the timeline. I can't believe all this has happened, but now I need to get him somehow.
I don't know how we're gonna do that, Saber, but I'm here. I'm here to help you. Whatever you need, Saber.
Yeah, thanks.
After talking to you, Saber, and figuring out everything, it all makes sense now. Why you disappeared, why we couldn't find you.
Well,
You don't know, do you?
what are you talking about? All I know is that I was put in that bubble outside of the timeline.
Saber, we lost. Origin Steve got everything he ever wanted. Origin Steve, he beat you and Galaxy Steve.
No.